Okay, so welcome to our U6 activities. It's a series of activities for players that are 5 and 6 years old. And what we want to kind of give you the idea of is how to get players activated the second they get there. We want to be able to speak to children developmentally appropriate, in a way that is developmentally appropriate, so that children kind of are enthusiastic and they feel safe being here. And we want to get every player to a ball. So this age group is what we refer to as the me, my, mine age group, where the players are very egocentric and everything revolves around them and their toy or their ball. So when players arrive, we want to greet them and we want to get them involved with the ball. So if you notice, the session is all laid out before the players get there. We don't want to have any downtime where I would turn my back to the players to kind of organize things, because they need my undivided attention. And we're going to make sure that the field is safe before they arrive. We're going to plan out our session so that we can move seamlessly from one activity to the next. And the players are engaged from the time they get dropped off until the time they leave. So as they arrive, we're going to take a look at these players here, and we're going to simulate the fact that these players are now going to become 5 years old. So we want to thank you guys for participating. And as you guys arrive, I'm going to talk to you as players of that age group. Hey guys, is everybody ready to play some soccer? Great, great. Hey, I like the way that you guys have your soccer gear on and you have shin guards on. Wow, that's so important that we wear the protective gear that's necessary to play a safe soccer game. So these soccer balls are for you. They're properly inflated balls, so you're going to have fun with them. So come on over, everybody grab a ball if you don't mind, and come on out here with Coach Lou. Hey Brady, can you get Coach Lou a ball as well? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, young man. Good. Hey, so everybody come on out here, and you're going to come into this little area here. Don't go on that side of me, only on this side of me, right? And let me see you guys dribble. Who knows how to dribble? Can you show me how you dribble? Good. Hey, I like the way he's touching it softly. He's using different parts of his feet. He's keeping the ball far away or close to him. What do you think? Close. He's keeping it close to him. All right, so let's see if we can get busy in this area, moving the ball, keeping it close to our feet, staying on that side of the only. Staying on that side of the only. Good, good, good. Now, if we see that the activity is too difficult for the players to stay in that small area, then I might make the field a little bigger by backing up and saying, okay, now you have a little bit more space to do this. Good, okay, and stop. Wow, I like the way that some of you guys use the bottom of your foot to stop the ball. Then everybody use a different part of your foot to stop the ball. Oh, you use the outside. Can we see how you do that? He's dribbling and all of a sudden he stopped the ball. Okay, you used the bottom that time. Sometimes people use the outside. That's pretty cool. So let me see how many different parts of your feet you can use as you maneuver in this area. Good, off we go. Let's see. We see somebody with the shoelaces. Oh, the inside, the outside. Hey, you're using both feet. That's pretty cool. You're steering the ball as if you're driving the car. That's pretty cool. Good, okay, so how many of you guys, as you're dribbling, can turn around, can suddenly turn around and go the opposite way? Let me see what that looks like when the moment is right. So off you go on the dribble, and when you see that the moment is right, can you turn around? Wow, use the inside of your foot to turn around, and the outside. That's pretty neat. I like how you guys are avoiding any type of collisions. That's pretty cool. All right, good, and stop. Hey, this area right here between Braden and Percy is called an opening. Wow, I like how I found that opening to get through them. Are there any other openings here that you can see? Yeah, there's an opening. Hey, there's an opening between these two guys. Wow. So let me see how many openings you could find as you dribble. Yeah, off we go. Can you find some openings? That's pretty neat. All right, good, and stop. So what's really cool is that I saw Mark saw an opening and he went through really, really quickly. I liked how why did you go through quickly?
Because once you accelerate, you get tired of it.
So the opening was there. If he went slowly, that opening might have closed up. So he got through pretty quickly. And he thought about that as maybe opponents in a game of soccer. Wow, cool. So when we see an opening, maybe we might have to accelerate to get through. Let's see what that looks like. I'll make the field a little bit bigger. Good, off we go. So everything now is in front of me. When we see an opening, we can get through quickly. All right, cool, let's stop. Wow, that is great. I really like that. How many of you guys know how to lift the ball up to your hands with your feet? Let me see how you can do it. Wow, that's one way, kind of rolling the ball. No, that's pretty neat. Anybody else know a different way? Anybody else know a different way? Whoa. So I think Mark rolled it with one foot, lifted with the other. Some people might do something like this. They put the ball between their feet, jump up and lift it. Who can lift it up some way? Let's see which way you guys can try to figure this out. Can you scoop it like ice cream? Can you scoop it? Can you just scoop underneath the ball and lift it up to your hand? Let's see, give it a try. Good. All right, so once the ball is in your hand, how many of you guys can do this? And can we walk as we do this? Or can we jog as we do this? What is it? What part of our body is that? That's our thigh. Ah, can we pop it up with our thigh and catch it? That is pretty cool. Now you're using pole. So how many of us can try this? Can try one, two. You can do two. You can do two in a row. Wow. I like the way you're balancing on one foot to do that. Try this. Ready? Can you try to pop it up and catch it? Yeah. So can we also try this? Let it bounce, pop it up and catch it. So what surface is that? The shoelaces, right? Bounce it, pop it up, catch. Alright, who can combine this now? Ready? Watch this. One of these and one of those. Try that. Hey, you know what? It's okay if you do this in between. Let it bounce in between. That's okay. Try it. All right, good. Hey, watch this one. Watch this one now. So, am I kicking the ball or am I doing something else now? Ready? Kick it?
No.
What did I do?
You trapped it?
I trapped it, huh? So did I sort of cushion it? So where did I cushion it? Did I cushion it up here? Did I do this? Where might the ball go if I cushion it up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so why did I cushion it down here?
We have no control.
So the ball was, under control on the ground. How many of you could try that? Just control it down onto the ground. Can we try that? Now, can we lift our foot a couple inches off the ground or just control it with our shoelaces? Yeah, you use the thigh at first. Good. So now watch this. Who can do this? Who can receive it and then dribble and find some openings? Go. Give it a try. Who can find some openings after you get it under control? There's an opponent in front of me. So if there's an opponent in front of me, would this be very helpful to dribble straight ahead if the opponent's right there? So let's make believe the opponent is there, and I have to receive it so that I don't let the opponent get to the ball. What's between the ball and the opponent right now? My body, right? I got between the opponent and the ball. So can I do the same thing now and do the same thing as I turn the other way? Making believe there's an opponent there, so I turn the other way and go that way. Try it. Let's see what that looks like. my chest and then maybe my shoelace. Or I could maybe use maybe the inside of my foot and just bring the ball under control. Let me see what you can do to bring the ball under control when it's in the air. Oh, use the outside. That was pretty good, young man. You use the thigh. Oh, the belly, the chest. That's pretty cool. How we can control this ball using different parts of our body. Wow, that was higher than everybody. That was pretty nice. All right, shoelace. All right, good. Come on in, guys. So what we did here is something just to get players activated. We address things like physical literacy, movement education, getting the players used to the fact that they can have a lot of tools at their disposal, different surfaces of their feet, different surfaces of their body. We like to use the slanty line approach, which allows players to kind of go at their own pace and figure out, based upon their level of proficiency, what they can accomplish. So some players at this age might be able to juggle no bounce, maybe once or twice. Some players would need to play one bounce. I gave them the option, and we like to have players feel comfortable in their environment and just get better and develop at their own pace. Players were asked questions. We didn't tell them exactly what to do. We gave them ideas. We asked questions. So part of the basic psychological needs is autonomy, and we address the autonomy of having them free to make their own decisions and decide on what we did here. So that was a cool little activity that we would kind of do when players arrived, just to get them acclimated to the ball. They had a lot of touches on the ball, and I know that's sort of cliche, touches on the ball, but these were meaningful touches because they had to make decisions with every touch to avoid bumping into people, which we would kind of look at as opposition in the game. So now we would go right from this activity. Come on, guys, we're going to come down here into sort of what we call a maze game. So, yeah, we're going to address dribbling here, but it's not going to be dribbling like you would think in a line of cones going in and out very mechanically. This is a maze game which allows the players to decide which route they're going to take through the maze and what surfaces they're going to use at which moment to kind of get them away from maybe a cone or another player. So let's see if we can get in there, and let's see if we can go at this a few seconds. Can you dribble through the maze and find your way through without bumping into any cones or anybody else? Let's see what that looks like. So as we see, as players are doing this, they're busy, their mind is busy, kind of deciding which way to go. Right, which route to take. There's no specific route. Notice how many different touches they're getting on the ball with various surfaces of their feet. They're not staring down at the cones, they're scanning in front of them, to the sides of them. They're recognizing where opposition is. Cool, so this is another example of an activity that allows decision making on the part of the player with each touch on the ball. All right, good, and stop, good. So when we look at this, we ask the players, so what surfaces did you use here to move this ball? And some of the answers might be inside or outside or bottom. Wow, that's great. Did we ever have to turn around? And obviously the answer is going to be, should be yes, because we saw that. So these are all skills that'll translate into players that are more comfortable and confident on the ball in the game environment. So our next game is, come on down here, it's called the treasure hunt. Take a look at what the treasure hunt is. So what we've designed is a number of pennies of various colors. The pennies are scattered about throughout this area of the field. And notice that we have multiples of each color. So when we ask players if they can find a red penny, they have some choices. So as they dribble, they're going to kind of figure out where the red pennies are. And watch how we can use this game to kind of speed up the efficiency of their thought. All right, so can everybody find a red or green penny? Off we go, red or green penny, red or green penny. We don't pick it up, we just stop at the penny. Good. Can we find an orange or yellow penny? Orange or yellow, orange or yellow. Orange or yellow, orange or yellow, cool. So notice how I say it a few times. Oftentimes players of this age have very short attention spans, so we repeat it a number of times. All right, so you ready to go quicker now? Who can find a red, then a green, then a yellow? A red, then a green, then a yellow. Who can be first? Who can be first? Red, green, yellow. Red, green, yellow. Ah, good. So we bring up the intensity a bit. Good. How many of you guys can find all the reds? All the reds. All the reds. All of the reds. Can we find them? Ah, good. We found all of the reds. Ah, yeah. Cool. Can we find all of the blues? All of the blues. Can we find them? Can we stop next to each of the blues? Can we stop next to each of the blues? Good. Can we find a red, a blue, and a yellow? A red, a blue, and a yellow. A red, a blue, and a yellow. All right, good. Okay, so we'll stop right there for a second. So this activity, and like the other activities we've shown, did not need a long explanation, as we can imagine, for those of us that have coached 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds. Very short attention span, and if the activity needs a long explanation, anything longer than a few seconds, they're pretty much tuned out. So they kind of started to understand this activity as we went. So we want to develop the skill of being able to kind of explain the activity as we go, keep the ball at their feet, keep them moving, keep them thinking, and the activity explanation could come out little by little. Obviously, we up the intensity with this. Who can do this first, right? So we get the intensity going a little bit, and we would just be mindful, of course, of the work to rest ratio. Players at this age often know 2 speeds, and they are as fast as you possibly can and sitting on the floor. And we want to kind of be able to adjust our activities so we kind of bring out those moments and give them maybe a moment to rest. So a moment to rest might be, wow, how many surfaces did you use, young man? And how many times did you find the yellow or something like that? And we engage them in those type of discussions where they're weighing in on a lot. And I know in my mind that that's a rest period. And then off we go again with high intensity. All right. Who can be first at finding all the greens? And then off they go finding all the greens. Good. So great activity. Again, we get everybody with the ball at their feet and everybody's involved. And now we'll come down here and we'll play a game. So we wouldn't say, all right, guys, we're going to play a game. All right, who's ready for the tournament? You guys ready for the tournament? And 5-year-olds would be like, wow, because a tournament, the word tournament, might be something that's mentioned in their household with their older siblings going to tournaments. So these children at 5, they want to feel important. They want to feel as though they're playing in a tournament. And at the end of this practice, they want to be able to tell grandma or their significant family member that they scored a goal, or they scored 4 goals. So is everybody ready for a tournament? Cool. Okay. So let's have a big, happy pile of soccer balls. The soccer balls are going to have a meeting. Let's have a meeting here with the soccer balls. Hey, blue team, what do you want to name your team? Chelsea. You want to be Chelsea? Chelsea?
Yeah.
Who do you guys want to be? Wait, whose birthday is closest to today? April? Oh, okay. What would you like the team to be called? Chelsea. All right, Chelsea down there. Ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea is coming onto the field. All right, whose birthday is closest to today? Is it Jonathan? Yeah. What's the name of your team, Jonathan? You're not Jonathan, he's Jonathan. All right, you guys get yourselves all planned out there. Ready? What team are you guys? You're going to go with Alianza Lima? All right, Alianza Lima down here. Ladies and gentlemen, Alianza Lima, here we go. All right. Okay, so you guys ready? So blue team, Chelsea, scores on that goal. Alianza Lima scores on that goal. You guys ready? Play. Here we go. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like. I like the way that you passed the ball forward. Brayden, I love the way that you found the opening to receive that ball. That was fantastic. All right, good. And stop for a second. So with children of this age, we typically would not see a deliberate pass. If it's a pass, it's usually not intended. Players at this age do a lot of dribbling on their own. But when we do see a pass, like the one that we saw, we compliment it, we praise it. This age doesn't necessarily refer to that as a pass. It would be more sharing. Hey, hey, wow, I love the way that you shared the ball with him. And I like the way that you recognized where that opening was so he could share the ball with you. That was fantastic, Brady. Good. All right, so 1-0. Is it 1-0? 2-0 already. Off we go. Play. Oh, it's 2-1. So, so with this age group, in training especially, there doesn't have to be a special kickoff at the center to restart the game. The game could be restarted there. If the ball comes out over the touchline, maybe the coach just, enters another ball and the players just kind of stay activated. But that's okay. That's cool. That's a good little restart. If we see that the other team is on top of them, we might ask the other team to back up and get to their side of the field to allow a little bit of a build-up to happen. All right, let's see how this plays out. It's 2-1. Chelsea is winning. Out of the